We'll have a moment of silent meditation and pledge to the flag. Thank you. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. It's October 26, 2022. It's 10 o'clock. All three county commissioners are here. And we have an exciting proclamation, which I'm very excited about. But we'll get started. Consents and approval. County Administrator.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
There's no exonerations this morning. Minutes for October 19th, 2022. Vouchers. General County Fund, $47,029.91. 911, $12,632.34. Chestnut Ridge Park, $309.32. Camp Muffley, $3,159.10. Mon County Center, $273.61. Recreation levy, $3,886.63. Assessor's valuation, $8,260. Payroll, $1,015,827.40. Mon County ARPA Fund, $36,545. Purchasing card vouchers. General County, $10,383.04. Magistrate Court, $30.49. 911, $215.06. Home Confinement, $113.75. Chestnut Ridge Park, $409.14. Camp Muffley, $512.96. Mason-Dixon Park, $136.94. Mon County Center, $76.48. Recreation levy, $336.89. Mon County ARPA, $1,140.57 for a voucher total of $1,141,278.63. We have position vacancies for boards and authorities listed on our website and fiduciary orders for October 26, 2022.
Move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Properly moved and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. We'll do introduction and new employees. I'll ask the sheriff to go last because I know you want to speak afterwards. So Justin Krieger will come on down with Hannah. How you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Commissioners. I'd like to introduce Hannah Cooper. With your approval, she will be a part-time case manager with our office.
Move to approve the personnel as presented.
Second.
Properly moved and second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Welcome. Congratulations.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Executive Director of CASA for Kids, Chrissy Cole. Did you want to just announce?
Yeah, Jennifer Schaefer has been interviewed, and she will be a full-time outreach and engagement specialist for CASA for Kids. Her first day of employment will be November the 1st, and her full-time salary would be $35,000 a year.
Move to approve the position as presented.
Second.
Properly moved and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Yes. Now, Sheriff, if you'd like to come down with your appointee or...
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have here Nicholas Rose, who was a process transport. He'll now be transferring over to full-time deputy sheriff beginning November 1st at a starting salary of $4,066.67 per month.
Move to approve the personnel change as presented.
Second.
Properly moved and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes.
Welcome.
Congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
And I know you wanted a couple minutes.
Just a couple, and thank
Sure,
you.
go right ahead.
And Kelly's here too. Just
Okay.
to start out, we want to do a public service announcement on Amendment 2. We've been getting a lot of phone calls from the tax office, people saying if Amendment 2 passes, does that mean we don't have to pay taxes? That's incorrect.
Right, so, and we're just wanting to make sure that people understand that even if it does pass, that they'll still have to pay their 22 taxes, as well as moving forward until legislation is passed with a process, that they'll still have to fill out their assessment forms, moving forward and paying taxes until there is a plan. But we've had several calls over the last couple of days, just trying to confirm that if it passes that they don't have to pay taxes. And we want to make sure people understand that they do still have to pay their taxes.
Thank you.
And then the other thing, this is different for us this year with the delinquent 21 real estate taxes. So the real estate with delinquent 21 taxes will be certified to the state auditor on Tuesday, November the 1st. at 9 a.m. The last day to pay is Monday, October the 31st at 5 p.m. And at that time, online payments will be shut down as well. So these are for 2021 delinquent real estate taxes. They must be paid, and the payment must be received and processed in the office by 5 p.m. on Monday, October the 31st.
Do we have a word on, from the auditor, when he would be having a sale, or is that determined once he?
I think that will probably be determined after we certify, all of the counties certify their properties to them on the 1st. There is a time frame of somewhere between April and June.
Right.
I do know that it will be before July 1st, because then that puts us into another, a third
Right.
tax year. So it will be sometime between April and June, and I'm sure that they will.
Clarification, they have scheduled the commission chambers for the 17th of November.
That
For the
is-
sale.
That's a different sale.
Different sale?
That
Okay.
is their deputy commissioner sale of prior properties
Okay.
From before.
from before. This process is, we certify them on November the 1st, and then taxpayers have until the spring of '23 to redeem.
Okay.
Quick question, Kelly. Generally, is there any part of the commission certifying your final list, or that just goes from your office straight to the state?
It would just go to the state, which was my question I had, because normally at this time, we'd also come to you and say, here's a
Right.
list of what we're
Exactly.
suspending from the
Exactly.
sale
Reapprove it.
due to bankruptcy. That part of the state code was repealed. So there is no mechanism for that. I'm happy to, I can tell you there are over 800 that we're going to have to suspend. Those are interest in oil and gas,
Right.
bankruptcy, and I'm happy to have we can email that to all
As
of
a
you.
courtey, just email it.
Sure.
That way
We have
we're
a
aware,
record of
but
it.
obviously it
Yeah.
goes from the sheriff. And
Right, but probably, we could do that either Friday or Monday before
Okay, great.
before we pass those on.
Okay.
Thanks
Thank-
again.
thank you all.
And
Thank you.
thanks, we had a quick question yesterday, and I know you're probably getting bombarded with different questions in different scenarios, but thank you for answering that. I had to get
Sure.
that to the state, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, all right, thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Give Ben one.
What's that? We can do that.
Yes, we can. Thank you all for letting.
Care to give back my family Bible? Do you care to give it back?
Okay. At this time, we will have comments from the public. Anyone who'd like to speak, feel free to come on down. State your name, address, and we'd like to hear from you.
My name is Jason Charles. I am the firstborn son of John James and Carlene Kay. I am known by no other name, meaning that I have no claim to, nor can it be proven to the contrary. I am without a home. I do not have an address, for the address that was of my home of 1231 Milton Street was taken away from me when I was unlawfully incarcerated, for the man that placed me in jail was ignorant to the fact that one has the right to travel. Now, if I may, I would like to state clearly to those that have authority, for they must do so with truth and righteousness. Not having the truth is going to cause their authority to rule in the suffering of the people. For I would first like to state that I do not come here to speak on some high and mighty disposition. I am only a servant of the Most High, Jesus Christ. The Word of God hold on, I'm not the Word of God. The word ignorance has a negative connotation, when in fact, by definition, is just a lack of knowledge. I have a lack of knowledge in many things. If I did not, then if I was all-knowing, then this is a characteristic of God, and I can assure you that I am not He. I am only a messenger, for I know that the Word of God is true, and that wisdom of the spoken word brings life. I would hope that the rulers here would want the best for the people of this land. I know the opposite of life is death, and that we can choose to live in the truth or walk in the dark that leads to that death. The Word of God states, "Be not a partaker of a lie." This is good advice. I would hope you would agree. If a man is attempting to determine if he is a man or not, he looks everywhere but to the answer God placed right in front of him, I would hope that you would agree that that would be ignorance not to consider his God-given appendage. The truth is that there are persons here in authority that lack the knowledge that causes others to suffer. And when that authority is questioned, that person doubles down on their superiority with unjust actions. I have firsthand knowledge of this because I followed the advice of the Word of God that says, test all things and hold fast to that which is true. I have written the commission in private, and they know of the facts. If anyone wants to know the details, I will leave my contact here for you, but please address the commission first. I am asking that this council take the immediate action to impeach the sheriff of Monongalia County for his lack of knowledge and unwillingness to uphold his oath. He is going to suffer many people, for he has already suffered me. If no action is taken, then it is clear that the commission that the commissioners do not condemn his actions, but they condone it. Condoning ignorance will allow ignorance to flourish, and accepting ignorance is foolish. What say you?
We're not permitted to respond. Thank you. Thank you for. Is there anyone else who would like to speak? Seeing none? Okay. Comments are closed. At this time, we have a exciting proclamation I'm very excited about. WVU University Alumni Band, and we have some special people here. If you'd like to come down and state who you are and why you're here, and then if you could read state your name first, address, then read the proclamation, and then you could explain why.
My name is Cindy Shockey. I was one of those, not the Dirty Dozen, but the ones that came later into the WVU marching band back when Boom Boom was Boom Boom.
Angelia Barnett, and I am the vice president of said alumni band, and if it wasn't for Cindy Shockey, I wouldn't have been in that area. I would still be on the outside looking in.
And John Sinsley, I'm the equipment manager for the WVU Alumni Band, and I appreciate the efforts of these women and what they've done to progress the band forward.
Commissioners, I am so humbled that you went this extra mile to make a proclamation for something that we just didn't know what we were doing. We loved music and we loved to march. So please let me read this proclamation. Sure. Whereas the Mountaineer Marching Band began as a males-only military band in 1901. And whereas in 1972, I don't know when that was, after the passage of Title IX, the newly hired band director, Don Wilcox, along with the urging of students, I wouldn't know who would do that, who would eventually become band members, invited 12 females, the Dirty Dozen, to attend band camp, with 7 more joining by the end of the school year. And whereas this important decision forever changed the lives of the female musicians and at West Virginia University to allow them to partake of the state's most beloved band, the Pride. And whereas Monongalia County is honored to be the home of the Mountaineer Marching Band and the WVU Alumni Band, and is thankful for the opportunity to witness this historic anniversary. Now and therefore, we, the members of the Monongalia County Commission, do hereby celebrate, can't be 50, but it is 50 years of women in the Mountaineer Marching Band, and encourage all citizens to join with us in honoring this special occasion. This was adopted today, October 26, 2022, by no more than our 3 commissioners, Tom Bloom, also known as Boom Boom, Sean Sikora, and Jeffrey Arnett. Gentlemen, from the Dirty Dozen and the 7 that were added later, I am humbled and I say thank you.
Thank you. I would like to read the 19 individuals, if that's okay, just so we have it in the record. 19 ladies. Should better be careful. Angela Arnold Bowman, Gail Lillard Kane, Kathy Caldwell, Jill Cochran, Ann Gwynevin Cover, Eileen Smith Dallabreda, Joyce Minyard Darley, Mary Beth Kluber Frazier, Judy Harcum Lambert, Pamela Martin Lunn, Gerald Milton, Bonnie Saylor, Alicinda Trickett Shockey, Judy Gokenauer Smith, Bonnie Spadero, Debbie Beatty Stubbs, Coral Nagy Totten, Linda Wingington, and Regina Wright.
I
And
move that we approve the proclamation as presented.
Second.
Papa moving second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. I just cannot believe it's 50 years. I am thrilled what you have all done to make the alumni band and also the marching band something special and the state is proud of, and I look forward to another 50 years. And if you notice, just to give you an idea, just as Wilcox would be, there's 5 pages of what we have to do, and we start at 5:30 in the morning on Saturday, and we will be collapsed by 2 o'clock. But thank, yes. Thank you again. And you don't have to stay if you don't want to. I know you gave up your shift to someone to cover for you to come here, and I really appreciate you, all 3 of you, doing that.
Oh, they want a picture.
Oh, would you like a picture? Oh, okay. Great.
We'll stand
You want
up.
them up here?
Yeah, we'll do it down there.
Now make sure you have Boom Boom as his name.
Oh, we do.
Get a
Oh, yeah. Yeah. 1, 2, 3 of you come in here. Yeah.
And I have the original proclamation here.
Yes. Oh, good. Yes. We'll move over a little so that way you can show it right in there.
Hang on, please.
Oh, okay. I know. This is great.
One of the few times Tom's quiet.
And you can see every one of my knuckles has been broken from playing bass drum.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so
Slamming it
much.
on the
Thank you so
desk.
much.
Yeah.
Hey, John. Good seeing you, buddy.
Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you, and we'll see you Saturday morning, right now.
Bright and early.
Friday. we have-
Oh, Friday night, oh, the
Friday.
parade, oh my God, I didn't even think of that
Step
yet.
off is at 6, not 6.
Hey, but some of us are riding.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We have our way.
Oh, yes, that's right, you have several cars, so I'm glad.
We need to find an intern to carry the
You
drum
do
up
have
the
to work
street.
on the city of Morgantown, the more we march, the longer High Street gets. So we have to work on that.
Okay, we'll see if we can shorten that up.
Yes, thank you, very exciting, I'm pretty excited. Colleen Coon, grants. Excuse me. Hi there, we're excited to see you too.
Thank goodness, I was nervous. I have the Records Management and Preservation Board grant application for, the county clerk is applying for $23,581.56. So I will need you to sign that. And there's also a resolution of support that reads, whereas the County Commission of Monongalia County believes in the promotion of the principles of efficient records management and preservation, and whereas the Records Management and Preservation Board awards grants to county commissions to assist office holders in the management and preservation of county grants. And whereas the County of Monongalia is submitting one application for funding through the West Virginia Division of Culture and History. And whereas the Records Management and Preservation Board's grant program requires the County Commission to enter into a contractual agreement with the West Virginia Division of Culture and History to receive and administer grant funds. Now therefore be it resolved that the Monongalia County Commission hereby fully supports the project submitted by the county clerk and will comply with all grant reporting deadlines, budget, purchasing, and reporting requirements as indicated in the grant agreement.
Move to approve the president signing the documents as presented.
Second.
Pop moving second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Great, thank you very much. Correspondence. I know we have a couple.
One item on the agenda, we received a letter from the Monongalia County Planning Commission regarding certain administrative matters. Then I believe you, Commissioner, have a couple of items.
Yes, well, I have received a letter from Richard Craig, who is the Sheets Loss Investigative Team Agent, and he basically asked the County Commission and the City Council, he was looking for any insight into any proposed or ongoing projects that the county and city are doing in an attempt to curb the vagrancy that's occurring downtown. It leads to higher amounts of theft issues at the downtown Sheets, and they are currently considering multiple actions such as hiring permanent guards, reconstruction of the building lot, or even closing down. And he asked for our input and ideas. And I also passed this letter on to the city manager and assistant city manager.
The only other item that I had come in was a request from Jeanette Lewis at the United Way regarding the cold shelter funding. They are requesting $38,041. So I don't know if you want to have them come into a work session or if you want it on the agenda for.
Weren't you following up with additional questions?
Yes, I'm going to get some extra information,
And then we'll put it on.
and then we'll put it on a work session.
Okay.
Yes,
Sounds good.
thank you. Okay. No unfinished business. We'll move to new business. Consideration to approve requisition number 12 for the University Town Center Series 2020 Property Tax District Administrative Expense Fund.
The total amount of the requisition is $4,725, and those funds will be paid to Municap. I'm sorry, Steptoe & Johnson.
Right.
Move to approve
Sorry.
requisition 12 as presented.
Second.
Properly moved and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Consideration request by West Banco Bank as trustee for the Mon County Special Excise Tax Increment Financing District to automatically transfer $60,000 annually from the Revenue Fund to the Administrative Expense Fund to cover costs incurred by the district.
This is a letter that you all have done before. They ask for this annually, and it's just so that they can transfer funds automatically to the Administrative Expense Fund to cover those invoices.
Move to approve the request as presented.
Second.
Properly moved and second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Consideration to approve a letter of support for the Milan Pushkar Health Rights Living in Good Health Together program.
Again, this is a letter that you all did last year. They have asked, I guess they're going to apply again to the West Virginia Office of Health Facilities and Licensure, and they are asking for the Commission's support. No, not financial support, just a letter of support.
Move to approve letter of support as presented.
Second.
Properly moved and second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Consideration to approve a request by Main Street Morgantown for use of the Courthouse Square on October 27, 2022 for downtown trick-or-treat.
Self-explanatory.
Yes.
Move to approve request as presented.
Second.
Properly moved and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And E, to consider approving a letter in response to the Mon County Planning Commission regarding certain administrative matters.
Move, as you mentioned earlier, we received a letter from the Planning Commission regarding a few administrative issues regarding the management of the staff in the Planning Commission offices. So we provided a letter to that effect, and I assume we'll probably have some future work session where we'll discuss this. So move to approve the letter as presented.
Second.
Properly moved and second. Any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Great. Any other new business before we move on?
No, sir.
Okay, seeing none. Reports from elected officials. I see you here. Mark, I didn't know if.
Well, I came on behalf of Kelly because we had had a conversation.
Oh.
See if she had any questions when we come down. Because we're getting the same thing in our office.
Yes. I think we need to really clarify that because that's a confusing part of people who may support it, thinking that their taxes will stop.
And that's statewide too.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It's becoming a lot in a lot of counties.
Okay. Thank you. Reports from county commissioners. Sean, you go first. Latina. I'm sorry, Latina.
I usually don't have.
I know.
but I just
Great.
wanted
Come
to
on up.
mention
I
something, if you don't
apologize.
mind.
And you know not to make him say your name.
I know. I work so.
unprepared.
Yeah, Latina. See, I said that.
You don't know what's going to come out.
Yes.
Do we ever?
Yeah.
No.
They don't.
All right, thank you, Commissioners. So hopefully you all saw some of the media coverage this morning about our canine rose.
Yes.
We wanted to extend our appreciation to Shelley Moore Capito's office. They helped us secure the $150,000 grant to purchase Rose, have Rose trained, and to distribute the scent location kits that she uses to find missing individuals. The grant came from the Office of Community Oriented Policing Services, and Rose's trainer was Scent Evidence Canine out of Florida. So we are super excited to have her as part of our team and part of our canine team. The only other thing I wanted to mention is the Town of Granville's annual Halloween Festival is Friday, October 28th from 5:30 to 8 p.m. I know, it's the same time as the Mohawk Ball.
I'm missing my son in it too. So I just wanted to present that to you all, and thank you.
One quick question on
Sure.
the dog. I missed the news this morning, so I didn't hear about it. But is that a service that would be made available to all parts of the county?
Absolutely.
Or even anywhere else where they need that expertise?
Anywhere that we're able
Oh, great.
to, that someone has the need for her and her training, we're absolutely ready to have
you.
her there.
Is this the only trained dog of its type in the county, as far as you're aware? Do the other departments have one?
I believe she's the only one with her training
Great.
locally. Yep.
That's wonderful.
And what,
Thank you.
what is
Thank
she?
you.
What type is she?
She is a bloodhound,
Okay.
Oh, really?
and she just turned 1. She is a feisty little diva right now. But she has a heck of a nose on her, so.
Have you named her?
Rose.
Have you? Rose. Okay. Never mind.
Senator Capito actually named her.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
So
Very
when
cool.
she was born. So, all right. Thank you guys so much.
thank you, and
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry, I will ask every week after that. Okay, Sean, if you want to go?
Since the last meeting, last Wednesday is a normal day, but we had a lot of action after the meeting. The commissioners went to election testing, and as expected, everything went smoothly. Regarding that, I did ask the clerk, that utility they put out every year so that we can tell what the voting numbers are?
Yes.
All it does is tell us how many people voted.
Right.
I asked her for that, and I will share that. It's a website.
Okay,
So I'll share that with you guys, because I forgot where we actually went. I thought it was an app, but anyhow, I'll share that with you. We also had the MAP board meeting and then business after hours at the Euro Suites. Thursday at a Milan Park board meeting, which unfortunately I missed because I had a number of things going on. I did have a luncheon that I was able to make at Osage, and then we also had the dedication of the playground at Mason-Dixon Historical Park. In the evening, we had the Morgantown High Homecoming Parade, and then in the evening, there was a League of Women Voters Forum. Friday, staff reports, broadband tag up, and then the MHS John Marshall football game. Monday, the MHS Band Spectacular. It was originally scheduled for a Saturday, and I think that was that Saturday we were expecting all the rain.
right.
So it got postponed, so it got moved to Monday. Smaller, obviously a smaller venue. It was at MHS rather than Mountaineer Field, but it was still a great event. It was a great evening. Tuesday morning, I had coffee with a constituent, and then the administrator and I attended West Virginia Purchasing Division training. So they have some new things that they wanted everybody to be aware of, things in regards to their excess, their surplus availability, and just some purchasing changes that they've opportunities honestly for us to look at being able to access the state and some state contracts for a lot of things. So I'm glad we got a chance to see that. Today's a normal day. We had our BOAAs canceled today. We have one that we're moving, so we have none of those meetings today. I have an audit committee meeting this afternoon. As we are all aware, we're required to do a yearly audit by West Virginia State Code 697. And this is the committee that I've participated in for 6 years. The clerk runs the committee in regards to I believe we have proposals received, and then we got to make a selection as far as the auditor. As far as who we're going to select to audit our books. Thursday, CNX check presentation ceremony in Wadestown Volunteer Fire Department. Did you guys all get that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure Delegate Statler invited us to that. So I want
that's
to make sure that you guys were all aware of that. I understand they're supposed to have some good food.
Yes.
If you're
They always
available.
do.
They do, I like their food, yeah.
Friday, we have staff reports, and then, as we've talked about earlier, we have the W Homecoming Parade and then the Mohawk Bowl. So downtown will be really busy because you have the parade at 6, then you have the Mohawk Bowl was moved back to 8. So we'll be busy downtown. Sunday's Halloween. I can't keep track of all the different.
Monday's Halloween,
I thought, okay.
31st.
Okay, I have my numbers backwards. Yeah, duh. I can't keep track of all the Halloween events that are
I know,
out there, though.
I know.
You just mentioned one. There's like 17
I think
trunk
the
or
dentist
treats.
promoted. The dentist promoted, so they can.
Yeah, I think the health department even has one so that they can then send kids to their dentistry clinic.
Yes,
So,
yes.
But they're everywhere, so be safe. There'll be a lot of kids running around all through the county and different days, starting probably now all the way through. There was one last Saturday.
Yes.
And then they're just continuing. There was one Sunday, a trunk or treat at Cheat Lake Volunteer Fire Department.
Right.
They're just all over the place, so be extra careful driving around neighborhoods, especially on Halloween. Monday, we have our monthly breakfast between myself, Ron Lytle, and Joe Statler. We have every Tuesday. We meet for breakfast once a month, same Tuesday of the month. And that's it. Today is the start of early voting, so please, everyone, get out, exercise your constitutional right. And Tom, I can't tell you, whenever we go to the W Homecoming Parade, I think that the event or the float or the entity that gets the most reaction is the alumni band. Obviously, the Mountaineer band fills up High Street, but the alumni band, seeing you guys come down, especially you and your get up, is always a treat. So appreciate those ladies coming in and being part of something that's pretty special. So thank you.
Along that line, if we could have a young volunteer to carry the drum up the street for Tom from here, I'm sure he would appreciate it.
Oh, yes.
As Commissioner Score mentioned, it is the beginning of early voting today. It's imperative that you get out and cast your vote, let your voice be heard. As Sean always says, you can't complain about something if you're not willing to do something about it, and part of that is electing your officials to carry out your wishes in that regard. So please get out and vote. We appreciate our clerk, all the work that they do, and we've done our maintenance crew's done some great work to the election center to spruce it up and clean it up, so hopefully it'll look a lot nicer when you go in this year. We're off in a little bit to see the governor who's coming to Morgantown, so Tom will probably speak to that a little more, but anyone wants to come out to the Mon County Center, I don't know if Baby Dog's coming, but the governor will be here.
I'm sure.
That's all I've got.
First, I want to thank Renetta and the other commissioners. It's sometimes, there are certain things that are really important to me, and this one, the alumni band, they all know is. And for 50 years to have women in the band, and I just want the public to know, there was a vote in 1971, and the all-male 88 band voted no. All of them unanimously, not to put ladies in the band. And Mr. Wilcox said, okay, I vote for it. Next year we're going to have ladies in the band. And that's how we move forward and so on. So I do really appreciate that. Also, being a part of the commission, we get a lot of problems and, issues we have to deal with. But I will tell you, that Mason-Dixon Park Festival where we did the ribbon cutting and watched 150 kids run around being kids, having a great time in that park and our other parks, the three commissioners should be really proud because this community has supported the levies to do that. And I think that is something that was really exceptional. And finally, we are going to leave to go to see the governor. I am very pleased that he is here, and we are going out to support him and, that he didn't have to come here, but he came here on the first day of voting, and we're really excited to see him and so we can see the Mon County Center and support him on this issue. And hopefully the public will make the best decision possible. And really clear, we have to clarify: if you vote yes, it does not mean your taxes are being stopped immediately. It's just all it does is gives the authority of the legislature to make the decision, and not the local governments, whether it be Granville, Star City, Morgantown, or Mon County. And hopefully we will prevail, and hopefully the public will vote no. And with that,
Move to adjourn.
Second.
we be gone. Be pit.